But you know, no, that's kind of like I get what you. Right. So you just see the two different like processes.
I'm sure you love. Why can't you show you?
Exactly. And sometimes we show love with our dollars. So if you got the dollars saved for love, a lot of people want to feel love.
What else you want to do?
Right. Okay. One other thing. A lot of people think self-esteem is a big factor when it comes to your finances. If you don't love yourself, you're going to make decisions that show that you don't love yourself, which will attract people to you that will abuse you because you don't love yourself. That can look in the form of someone who is, say for example, I had this happen to me when I was younger. A girlfriend I had, and she, we would hang out, but I wasn't her. So now it creates a wedge and it attracted the wrong kind of people. So I had to rely and learn that. So now when I see certain people and they see me, I don't allow them to take advantage of what I have. Does that make sense? So even if because somebody might look at your situation and say, she got her mom and dad helping her, so you should give me money. Because you got it, don't you? You got it. I don't have my dad, I don't have my mom, I don't have what you have, and you can help me because you got everything. There's people like that in the world.
See, I'm a healthy opposite. I was a friend that was being asked. I would help out if you don't have a job, find a job. Right. Or I might go like Mike, everyone might.
Well, you're a good friend.
Time is the currency of life. I don't have time to waste. But we think that because we're young, we can't, it doesn't really bother us. Like, you're not going to be young forever. You're not going to be young. Like, you shouldn't be dating nobody that can't do nothing for you. Where you always got to figure out, like, whether they're going to be faithful to you. You're too young for that. I don't care. Don't then. There are like 8.5 billion people in the world. I mean, and majority of them, you know what I mean, is not doing nothing anyway. Get your life, focus on your life first. Everybody say, I'm important first.
I'm important first.
You're important first. I know there's a lot of people that came in, they taught you a concept about, self-preservation and all that. But you won't get into any of that if you don't think you're important. If you walk in here every day like, I don't even care, I don't even know why I'm alive, you won't do anything that you heard from any of those speakers. All it'll be is a good, Because based on what I learned last time when I was here, a lot of y'all got trust issues. Facts? How many got trust issues in here? Raise your hands. Keep it real. Ain't no sense lying. You might as well just put it out there and get healed. Y'all got trust issues because you gave your heart to somebody, whether it's a family member, whether it's a relationship. Most of the time it's relationships that start these trust issues. Because you put your all into somebody that wasn't going nowhere. Facts? And they gassed you up like they had it all together. Oh man, I'm going to take good care of you. Or I'm going to walk with you. Or I'm going to support you. Or I'm going to stand behind what you've been through. Everybody say lies.
Lies.
We ain't even lived long enough to do that yet. You didn't even live long enough to know what that looks like. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into. So you have to be careful about the choices you make whenever you're getting into anything. And make people show you a plan if they're serious. Because what doesn't get written doesn't get done. I'm going to say it again. What doesn't get written doesn't get done. If you didn't write it down, it means absolutely nothing. Because you have nothing to show nobody that you're serious. Whenever I do business with people, we bring contracts out. There's people that I'm cool with, they say, oh no, we can shake on it. No, I don't shake on anything. We write signatures. We write signatures and checks. Because people that get it, sign in front of the check. People that broke, sign the back of the check.
So, I want everybody to kind of close in just a little bit. Just close in just a little bit. Just close in just a little bit. Okay, now everybody kind of spread your boundaries on the floor. Just kind of in this circle, yeah? Around, just spread them around.
Nobody. You can't talk.
Hold on, because I really
Wait.
Can you
Okay,
that's good.
Put it on his back.
Oh, I need everybody to do now is step on a boundary. Okay, Miss Alpha. Now, in this circle, I need people to trade spots with people. But you gotta do it within a certain amount of time. So I'm gonna count to 10. And everybody gonna have to trade spaces, okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I want you to pick up that boundary that's on your foot right now. Whose boundary is that? Tatiana. Okay, so I would like you to ask Tatiana, can you have that boundary? Can you break that boundary with her? Can I break it? What's the boundary? What is the boundary first? What's the way? You don't know what you're breaking. You gotta turn it around. Just the most no. Can I ignore you? Like, no. You out. That's crazy.
That's Sharpie. I think it's Sharpie right there. You want to write your name on it, you can, or at least like I'm gonna give you a pen, write your name inside of it. I can get you guys some labels to bring next week to make it pretty or stickers. I mean, I know you guys are older, but a lot of my students in the past like to decorate their books and stuff. So I can bring that in too. But what you're gonna do for me is this. You're gonna write like a little journal entry, right? That doesn't be that long, but try to do at least like 4 sentences, like a little small paragraph. I want you guys to write about what you did this morning up until this point now. So for example, I woke up this morning at 8 o'clock, did my hair, got like in order. Things that you don't care to share. Okay, there gotta be no personal stuff. Okay? Not your deep dark secrets,
Y'all got journals?
but the routine. You can say I woke up late, I rushed. Hi.
Hi, what are you doing?
There's no right or wrong way. I have a journal to write my name. If you want to share, you can. I'll share my name.
So you're gonna write my name like you just did?
No, this is never a regular journal entry. Like this morning.
Bye. But she got 5 boyfriends and she cheated on her 5. It's her birthday is December 14th, 07. Her favorite color is green. She's like doing hair makeup. Her mom and dad together. She got 4 siblings. And she got brown eyes, light skin, short. Like it. She's talking about her son. Don't I? Yeah, that's it. She's talking about okay. I'm not talking about myself. It's similar. Stop telling me.
But a lot of times when people write stuff, they write characters that are similar to them or some kind of foundation type of thing. All right, good. Let's see where we are on time. But I'm only gonna get too long.
We got 1 boyfriend.
It's 3:14.
3:14?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. They're going to practice that of how you would. So whatever character that you wrote, you can use that as a baseline. For example, my character Kelly. Kelly and Devin, you'll see dialogue between both of them. And you also write actions like, oh, Devin walks into the room. Kelly looks at him nervously. And then like they talk. So that kind of thing. I want you guys to practice that. Even though we're writing scripts in school, when you get back to school, it still helps you guys to stay organized and know how to express your thoughts. Because you guys being in high school, especially by 11th grade, who plans to go to college in here? College or trade school? Okay? You're going to like a 4-year college, even a 2-year college, you guys have to write. You have to write. So I will say, one thing I will say about writing is when I was much younger, my like comprehension for reading was, like, I could read the words, I don't know what I was talking about. So I got older, I kind of practiced with it. But with the writing in particular, when you guys are trying to get into schools, you have to write essays to get into the school. So they will like ask you, what makes you a good fit to be in this school? You gotta be able to talk about yourself. So you can practice that kind of thing. So, give me like 5 minutes, I'll come to you guys individually and you come over there and talk for a little bit. And that'll make it for today, okay? So then I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
School, we learned about all, the old school poetry and Shakespeare and all that corny stuff, right? But poetry is so much more than that. Usually I had like my laptop and presentation, but we just gonna rock because I kind of like your vibe and I feel like we can just rock with talking for them and stuff like that. And somebody said we should do a freestyle battle. We can end with it because that's one of the things that I love to do within poetry. I'm a freestyle poet. And there's not a lot of poets out here who can do that, and I take pride in doing it. So first and foremost, who am I? Because I just came in talking to y'all like I don't know her. My name is Bria Nicole. I'm a 2-time author. I published 2 poetry books. I'm a spoken word artist. I perform all around the city. I performed in Puerto Rico. I performed in Lehigh Valley. I've been performing live for about, 2022? About 3-4 years now. I've been doing live performances. I have shows this week. I host a show every month. So I really do this poetry thing. It's my passion, it's my love. I've also, you can pass around, I bought my books with me just so y'all can see what they look like. You can pass. This is my first book that I've ever written. It's Letters Unsent. This is my second one. This is Uncovering Love. Wake up, mamas, wake up. You only got 40 minutes with me. 40 minutes. Wake up. Wake up. 40 minutes. Sorry, I'm a teacher, so I don't do the head thing. That's something I do. I'm an educator and after school coordinator. Based in Kofa. And so Kofa, what's up, homie? I ain't know my homegirl. I was all big in the building with my guy. So she acting all humble and shy.
That's how she reacts.
I do. Y'all go there too?
We did.
Oh, y'all? Why? Y'all ain't like 10?
Yeah, $100 in bank account. So I just spent $500. And like everybody did it.
Why you did it?
Well, they had $500 card, but they only had $100 in bank account. So they took the card, they went to the mall, and they spent the whole $500. Any reason why they do that? Careless. They felt like they had it, they could spend it, the card's gonna work, so I'm gonna spend it, right?
But credit is like borrowing from.
It's borrowing money. It's
Right.
also
And
imaginary
then
money.
don't you like, once you get back the money, don't you like give it back?
You have to pay back. It's not, it's a loan. It's not free money. A lot of times people get cards and credit cards and it's free money. It's not. It's a loan. So you would loan $500 and you spent it carelessly. What happened was they didn't have the money to put on the card. So now even though they have $100, they can give them the $100, they're still gonna owe $400. And they don't have to. So now the $400 is gonna increase because they're gonna charge you fees for not having it, which is called interest rates. So interest rates are very high, and you don't really want those. But because now it was started off at $400, now it's going to be $450 or $475 because you didn't pay the money when you said you had it.
Just like when you take your card to each day, they order to each card.
And that happened to me too, girl. You know what? I'm not going to do most but that's exactly right. Each day is more fees. It's exactly the same with a credit card. If you get a credit card, it's not every 30-day lapse. They're going to charge you more money every 30 days. So you're paying on something. So say you work on a fortnight for $20, you're now next month you're paying $25 for the same thing you purchased. And you're like, well, I'm out. I didn't buy anything else. Now I'm not spending money. And that's what they did. That's what they did.
You got PlayStation Plus.
House, right? We got food at the house. So then it's like a want. What's your favorite food you like to buy? Macaroni. Alright, now is Chick-fil-A a want or a need?
A want.
That is a want.
Yes.
Okay, no. If you eating at Chick-fil-A all the time, you got bougie spending habits, period.
They cheap though. You better sit down and
You don't eat that Chick-fil-A all the time.
No, she didn't say she
That's
eat it all the time.
That's what I'm saying. I need Chick-fil-A because they don't have no type of Chick-fil-A in the hood.
I heard that they just opened up a Chick-fil-A in West Philly.
They did.
So,
Oh, 1 year.
where y'all, what area of the city y'all mostly live in? Northeast?
That's northwest.
That's
Nice. Northeast? Okay.
You don't want
Sure, where you from? Anderson. So you're not from Philly?
long credit.
Y'all know where that is? Who's on Long Credit? He live in Anderson? Okay.
Oh yeah, you just because you stay alone doesn't mean like good stuff.
They do live in Long Credit.
Who, them two you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I live in Germantown.
Alright, so she brought up, she said Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A is a prime example of
I want
a want.
seafood.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a want.
That's a
Right? That's a
Careful.
want. That's my favorite want meal. My favorite treat meal. I said, okay, I'm gonna treat myself to some seafood. But when we think about noodles, noodles could be like the meat, right? Because it's inexpensive, it's gonna fill your belly. But my point though, Makaya, you said a lot of your money goes to food. So you gotta get into the habit, man, y'all so young to have these, I don't wanna call them bad habits,
but it's like bad spending habits.
I gotta eat to survive.
You don't have to eat Chick-fil-A to survive. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
So you gonna bring us some food?
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Sign yourself up to do it.
No, I have my own children that I have to feed.
How many?
2.
Can I go?
So,
She's trying to be a free.
yeah. So, but that's my point. Wants and needs. I want y'all to understand that because as we talk about spending money and our spending habits, I want y'all to develop good spending habits. So, Makaya, instead of maybe you eating out 7 days a week, you can eat out 3 days a week.
Or one.
Or 1, exactly. Okay?
I spend money on there one.
Alright, so right now y'all are in, is this a work ready program?
Yeah.
Do they help y'all find jobs after?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Sophia, what you doing? What you doing? Okay, go ahead. Do they help y'all find jobs after this?
No.
Okay.
They help you like get to like houses and stuff. Make it easier for you.
They help us do what?
Getting the houses and stuff, they making it easier for you. You didn't know
They
it.
just learn all this different. You right. Wait a minute. Wait.
Colleges and universities. Our program that Mr. Williamford and I have, that's what we cater towards. We go towards that first, but if you want to go to Villanova, if you want to go to Penn State, we'll help you do that too. But we want you to take a look at an HBCU. I guarantee you, if you ever took a trip to an HBCU school, you have a ball. You see the band on the pictures there, on the brochure? That's a natural phenomenon. The battle of the bands, you won't see that at halftime, unless you visit one of those schools. There's so much that they will have to offer, and it doesn't matter what you want to do when you want to get to that point. Let me get this right. Tyshawn, where do you want to go to school? What would you like to do when you finish school? You don't know yet? Okay. HBCU can help you with that because they help you find out what you're good at. And they will help you. They will be there for you throughout everything you need to do. Oh man, what's your name? What is it? What grade are you in? 8th grade? You got a good ways to go, man. See, you're in a good position. You guys are in the 8th grade. I didn't have anybody talk to me like this about going to college. I waited until I was in the 11th grade to decide this is what I want to do. I want to go to school. So I had to change all my courses to get into a college prep so I can go to school. Because I went to school at Prelong Elementary, Fitzsimon Junior High School, and I ended up at Ben Franklin High School. So I didn't have this opportunity that you guys are having. I didn't have people come and talk to me like this. So I'm going to just say to you, take advantage of it. Look through the brochure. Because you may not be interested now, but somewhere down the line, somebody, you may say, you know, I remember that guy talking to us. I wouldn't mind going to college. I might want to go to community college in Philadelphia.
This is good.
I'm sorry?
Some stuff done to y'all, and you're carrying that pain right now, and you need therapy. But you're too afraid to admit it because you're afraid that somebody won't believe you. Some of y'all didn't tell y'all parents certain things that happened to y'all because you was afraid they wouldn't believe you.
Who?
My uncle touched me wrong. My aunt said something to me. Somebody was messing with me in the tub before. This stuff happens, y'all. This is real. I told you already, I ain't no ordinary speaker. I'm going to talk straight to y'all. And some of y'all made y'all friendship and relationship decisions based on what happened to you when you were 5. Because you couldn't tell nobody that it happened. I've counseled people like this before. This stuff is real, y'all. This is what really, really happens. And so some of y'all don't mind getting it in. Some of y'all got slept with when you was kids. And so what's happening is now somebody sleep with you now, you don't mind because you were introduced to that at a young age. Some of y'all told y'all that y'all were ugly when you were little, and so now you decorate yourself. You got to get 1,000,001 tattoos and all this stuff, and you got to keep changing your hair and get your hair styled like this, or get your hair cut like this, or wear these type of clothes because somebody called you ugly at 3. This stuff really, really happens, y'all. Like, understand, if I was to sit with y'all each one-on-one, I would be able to diagnose what's going on with all of y'all. And I can tell you why you do what you do.
Why not?
I'm trying to tell y'all, right now, some of y'all have become cold-hearted because of what has happened to you. Where it's like, you don't care about nothing. You don't care who feelings you hurt. You don't care who talk about you. You've become cold, and you're really a loving person. But you've had to put on a shell in order to survive where you grew up. Is this facts?
Yeah.
This is facts. And you choose relationships with toxicity because that's all you think you're worth. Some of y'all don't think you can have a Prince Charming or a princess. Some of y'all don't think you can have that. It's like, that's too over the top for you. So it's like, I settle for a bum because that's all I can get. And so what you try to do is you try to change the bum. You make it a game out of yourself. I'm going to try to change it. Some of y'all have a need to be needed. You like taking care of people. So you attract people that are what? Babies. They always mimicking, always complaining, always need something, can't get nothing on their own. Why? Because you've always had to be motherly. You've always had to be fatherly. You've always had to be the one that be the leader to make the decisions. That's how some of y'all are. Some of y'all, if a good thing came to you, you wouldn't know how to receive it.
Something get addicted to. But after she let everything out and she was able to not heal, but at least share the trauma that she's been through without having to drink or use substances, it was like she healed almost instantly. So now she's a completely different person. My mom used to be like 300 pounds. Right now she's at like a tiny little itty 170. Oh man, she's really good. Like, damn, believe. She did something like I'm struggling to do now, and she's doing it even better, just because she was able to express and show, like, just share what she's gone through. So if our past, if our trauma already has this much control over us or has this much weight on our life, we shouldn't be adding something else like weed or cigarettes or alcohol onto it, because I mean, if you love yourself, if you love your family, if you love anybody in your life, you probably wouldn't want to do that, because alcohol is an addiction. And alcohol gets so bad, it's different than marijuana. Alcohol gets so bad that if you stop, if you really wanted to stop after a long time, and you do it like cold turkey, you can actually seizure and die. Like it's that intense. Like it's not just like them drinking, it's not them being a drunkaholic. It really is like they need it because they start feeling sick, and the longer they go that way, they die. So if they don't, like, you could go to a doctor and tell them, I'm an alcoholic, and they will tell you, do not stop completely, because it is that bad and it's that serious. So that's what my point is. Because like, they're gonna tell you lower, like reduce until you
Like, don't do zero. Don't drink. Like, don't just immediately stop. Like, don't, because that's what
like some things are good, right? Like, you know, stop eating junk food, like that's a good thing, right? Start working out, like it's just keep just doing it. But it doesn't work this way. And marijuana, we don't even know exactly what it's doing to us, like because it's getting cool, right?
Make us feel good.
And because of that, like there's not enough research on it. It's not enough research. All we know is that if you do it at your age, it is so bad for your brain. Like I told you last time, you weren't here, but our brain develops at 25. So my brain just finished developing. And if you start smoking now or start drinking, like your brain is not going to develop in a healthy way where you're going to learn how to control your emotions, how to make the right decisions. It can lead to depression and anxiety or anger issues. Like all of this stuff can happen, and we can see that already with the research, but we don't know exactly what it means. Like just like they didn't know back then in the day that cigarettes was going to give you lung cancer, we don't really know what marijuana is going to do for us in the future. And now that it's becoming more legalized and more okay, we just.
like they can be so nice at first.
Well, they
She'll
got
be
me
some,
this.
but then like a couple weeks in, just a different
Like a
person.
honey
Being
nut
disrespectful.
Well, a couple weeks in what? What you talking about?
Or they
Like
might
our
go,
first shit.
yeah, or they might go a couple months in.
What if you like meeting somebody at like an event or
Stuff.
something? You know,
Yeah.
meeting somebody at like an event or like a job fair, you know, something like that.
I'm cool with that. I'm talking like with friendship stuff like that.
Mhm.
They might be nice to you, like actually help you out, like with like first couple months, and then
Yeah,
make you feel like
But they start to show their true colors.
yeah, they make you feel like you're stuck, but they help you for all those months.
So they get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this to y'all, and if y'all remember this, it will be easier for you in your next school year. Y'all ready? A person can never be any different than who they are. I'm gonna say it again. A person cannot be different than who they are. A lot of y'all said they were being nice. They were being helpful. If they're being helpful to you, but they don't have any goals, you should know it's a friend. What are they building? That you can see that them building is a consistency to it. Because they do it without you. Whatever they won't do without you, they don't really do. They're just trying to impress you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If they don't have fun by themselves, they're not going to have fun with you. And if they do, it's going to be during the interview process. I am telling y'all this. If you get that, check what a person does when they're not with you. Does that help?
Yeah.
Like my wife always was a go-getter. Even before we met, she was helping, she was serving, she was in organizations, she was leading things before she met me. Which means when she met me, I only added to who she was. She didn't become something because of me. You shouldn't have to become anything with somebody. Not even in a friendship circle. You shouldn't have to become anything. They should add to who you are. Everybody say it. They should add, to who I am. Not who they want me to be. And many of y'all get chosen based on who people want you to be, and they'll stay friends with you as long as long as you're in the confines of their expectations.
Yo, I'm about to take this, and I'm not even gonna lie, you be speaking some real stuff, and that's true. That's why I had to cut a lot of my friends off, because like they wasn't on the same time as I was, and I needed a change, because like I was going downhill, and I needed to like go like.
And that's a good thing, because you know why? Most friendships aren't partnerships. They're plantations.
What's that?
Plantations is the field in which the slaves used to be on, where they picked cotton. They were in the confines of Massa. And when some of y'all finally decide you want to get free from feeling bad about yourself and feeling bad about what you've been through, then some friends won't be able to stand you. Because they like the fact that you're bitter, they like the fact that you're broken, because it benefits them, and they can always feel like they're better. Because they always can get to give you advice so that they never have to deal with themselves. So the minute you lose yourself and actually really become who you are, you'll lose friendships. Because some people don't want you to be free because it doesn't benefit them. I'm telling you that is the life we live in now, where people are trying to control people and not let people be loose so that they become who they really are. Some of y'all will start businesses and lose friends. Some of y'all will build different relationships. Some of y'all will have interracial friends, and people will not like you because of that. Some of y'all will dress the things you actually like, and people will not like you. Some of y'all will go to school and actually do your work, be on time, show up to class on time, and people will not like you. They will hate on you. They will fight. They will say, "You're just trying to act so different." I'm not. I just am. It's too good. Everybody say, "I don't want to be you." It's too good being me. Would you rather be number 2 or number 1? You are your best influence. All of you are different for a reason. All of you look the way you look for a reason. All of you come from the family you come from for a reason. So stop comparing, saying, I wish I had them as my parents, or I wish I had that family, or I wish I had their money, because you don't want their problems. There are rich people problems that you don't want. Because imagine you saying you want to be a celebrity, imagine cameras in front of your door every day. You can't walk out without 5 cameras in your face every day. You just got to keep acting like you got it together. When you're really having a bad day, but guess what? I can't show the world that I have a bad day because then they're all going to judge me. Imagine waking up and that's the case. You want to date the most popular person in school? Imagine having to be that every day. Having to act like you're a celebrity when you never wanted to be one. You just wanted peace. You wanted to be able to go to the lunchroom with somebody and talk. You wanted to be able to have this and have that and be yourself and dress this way. But I can't because I'm a part of this circle now. How many of y'all just want to be free? Then you got to get free from opinions. Because opinions, repeat after me, opinions bring oppression. How many of y'all are in friendships right now when you feel that way? You call somebody, it's always drama. If you got a friend in your circle and they're always gossiping, they're probably talking about you too. Especially if you call somebody, the only thing y'all do is gossip. Oh, did you see what's your name did today? They doing the same thing with you. She just thinks she's that. Yo, bro. You see boy right there, man, he be hating. That don't even sound right coming out of my mouth as a man. Look at him. Ooh, I hate the way that's good. I don't even like the way that sounds. Like, I don't even feel like a man when I say that. Why? Like, instead of asking boy how he got it, I'm going to hate on him. Instead of just be humble and say, bro, how'd you get that? Or girl, how'd you get that? Who did your hair? We are afraid to compliment people. Because in our mind, if we compliment them, then we're small. We're afraid. You are beautiful. You are handsome. We feel icky inside even thinking about it. Because we're in a culture where we don't compliment people. No. We don't speak, just say hello. Oh, because I'm afraid if I say hello, they might think I'm trying to talk to them. That's because that's the only person you said hello to. Do it all the time. Remember, you can't be no different than who you are. Girls wouldn't think I'm trying to talk to them because I spoke to everybody. That's me. I naturally just like speaking to people. Because that's the world I've created for myself. Right, bro? You can't just say hi to a girl you think look good. She gonna think you're trying to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? So do what you say you do all the time. Be you. Everybody say, I gotta be me.
I gotta be me.
All the time.
All the time.
Travels through your body to your cells. So it's got to have a messenger that's telling things to do, and it's got to have a way to get that messenger around, which is the lipids. And then it has salts and sugar. That's all that's in the vaccine. So it's not anything, they don't have a big term or some kind of something that we can't understand that's in it. Now, on the other side is the viral vector, which is Johnson & Johnson. That's the one that you only had to have one shot to get. It's a genetic material from SARS-CoV-2. The genetic information teaches your body and cells how to make a viral protein found on the surface of the SARS-CoV-2. When your body is introduced to that protein, it starts making antibodies. Those antibodies will seek and destroy the virus if it shows up later. A modified adenovirus. Right?
Like you versus you. How centered are you so that you can go out and be a centered person in all the different forms of the world? I don't even think we meant to go here now. Right? So I'm meditating, I read. I have a book a month, and I make sure that however long that book is, I make sure I get it done in them 30 or 31 days. That's something that I haven't been doing, so me reading a book a month has literally been from June to now, consistently. Before I would just pick up my books here and there, or read because I'm studying, not because it's a leisure book that I'm reading. First two things I'm doing in the morning is reading is meditating and or stretching, I'll either write in my journal, and then I have a morning playlist. So sometimes they journal
About personal success, like how everybody wants to be Beyonce and Jay-Z, but it's about finding your path and your genius. Little did I know that would be a catalyst to me years from now, still speaking, still desiring to speak on personal success and what that looks like. Because a lot of times in this world, it's like you gotta own a business, you gotta be a millionaire, you gotta hustle, 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 hustle. But the reality is that the hustle is stressing a lot of people out, and stress causes diseases, stress kills people. And so as I got older, I definitely internalized the hustle culture. Yeah, I gotta get a business, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. And I started to become really anxious to the point where I couldn't really sleep, or I would just wake up and my first thought is fear. My first thought is worry. My first thought is, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna, or oh my gosh, what if, or whatever the case may be. And it really started to make me really depressed and really lose myself, but I didn't know because I couldn't identify it as fear or as anxiety. It was just life. But as I came out of the hustle culture, which promotes fear, you don't sleep until you die. You work. You gotta hustle. You gotta get the money because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. And y'all heard all that. I'm pretty sure y'all heard all of that. But what's not being spoken about is community and the power of community. That your gifts, and your gifts can really build an empire. But if you do it by yourself, you can run. You can go far, but you can go further together and last longer together with the right team, with the right partnership. So I founded my business called More Than Just a Woman, where I life coach women and teens to really find their thing. Like, what is your thing? If it's forever or if it's right now, it doesn't matter. And what I see in the youth time and time again is there's no thing. There's TikTok.
I get what you're saying, like meet your own expectations.
Yeah. And always learn to love yourself a little more.
Okay, that's good. And oh, you wasn't done?
No.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
Zach.
From Mr. Zach, I learned be the solution or problem. Like don't follow after people. Be your own leader.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm a lady friend. What's that about me? I'll tell you a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit. I learned from my kids, if you're not going to talk about them in the head, you have to sort of get them. From one of my friends' moms that's not here in Ocean now, she came here, showed us why guns are not safe, and told us how to do CPR first aid.
Thank you, Kate. Tati, let's get it together. We know how you know why you saying Tati. Tati should have went, man.
Well, we can't steer her. Because if y'all steer her, she will get that.
She's a herself flag. Come on, Tati. You got this. All right, go ahead, breathe.
Tati should have went.
Tati.
I'm trying.
Oh my God. This
Can you go, please? And y'all can't stand so y'all gonna make me laugh.
Yeah, we not. I know you're a little nervous. It's okay. Introduce your name, just in case you forgot what grade you want to.
Okay. My name is Tatiana. I'm 15. I'm going to 9th grade. I like to do hair, lashes, nails, and I like fashion and stuff. And what I learned from Zaki, what's her name? Zari mom? What's her name?
Michelle.
Yeah, I learned from her. It's like, don't be somewhere at the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, always be busy and do what makes you happy. And what I learned from Miss Mike is saying
it actually kind of helped me with my extreme mode. I got a little bit more views because of his extreme mode, and found other things that people would like to watch.
That's it, no?
Yeah.
You ain't learned nothing from nobody else?
Anything else you learned in general, like?
Mr. Zach, he said never to follow other people, and always follow yourself. Always be your own leader.
What about Cassandra?
Huh?
Huh?
We got like peer pressure, right? It was like peer pressure and stuff like that. Well, the panelists, I mean, the speakers gonna be able to ask them some questions too.
Remember the thing we learned? Your gift creates that allows you to. Remember that? Remember? It was influence, remember? So go through it with me one more time. Your creates, which I want y'all to be on one accord, y'all a team now. Your creates that allows you to, or remember the word? Let's do it again. Remember, your creates that allows you to. Now let's let the room do it together with them. Let's not let them by themselves.